Okay, and we are back. Back to you from Miami Beach, and we are back in the pastry area in the middle of a Thursday night service, dinner service. Hope all is well. I'm going to do the tuna tartare, which is on a majority of your menus as of right now. I still have, our famous apples that are now not in liquid anymore, but they are beautifully not oxidized. And my damp towelette. And those beautiful cucumbers you guys saw diced before, again with the damp towelette on the bottom and on the top, just for proper. So to start the tartare, you have your beautiful apples, again not oxidized, awesome. I have this all pre-portioned out here, beautiful cucumbers. Miami Beach is so old that they have ran out of small mixing bowls, so I will be stealing some from you in Denver here soon. This is our Nak Cham, which is a Vietnamese dipping sauce. We're just going to call it tuna dressing, not to confuse everybody. Beautiful half avocado, diced, medium diced. And then we have a fourth of a teaspoon of salt. So this is really important. Salt content here really goes flat if you don't have it. They can sell these with extended 8-inch handles, and I suggest you having that on Garde Manger so they can have a perfect amount of salt each time. They're cheap, I think they're like $6. All right, tuna, this is 4 ounces, and that's a medium dice right there. That's gonna go in the bucket. And then of course, utilizing the Coon spoon. If you don't have one, you don't know, find out, because they'll change your life. Lightly toss. This is what I like to call a tasting spoon. Everybody should be familiar with these. They should be on every station. If they're not, you're in trouble. I would suggest if your cook is not fine-tuned and seasoning, that he gives you a scoop and gives it to the outside Chef Expo or inside the Chef Expo, and you taste it specifically for salt content. Oh, it's delicious. And it's perfect because I already had this pre-measured with this bad boy. So that's all in there. It's really important to see the Fresno jalapeno ginger, a lot of that, what I call shrapnel in the sauce, making sure you agitate it and pour it in there. Let this sit for just a moment. Then you have your beautiful blue old hummus container. What we're going to do to that is add our coconut citrus broth, brought to you by Chef Anthony. Shout out. That's lemon, lime, zest, juice, coconut, milk, a little bit of garlic, and salt. That's going to be on the base. Again, make sure you agitate it so all that zest can be in there. This is a key item I forgot to put in there. It's going to be on your build. Please, for next week, start utilizing it. This is a sesame seaweed. You can get it from any of your fish providers. I'll put this in the caption and send out. This is a really good one. Just ask them what they suggest, and it's usually really tasty. This one's really, really tasty. The increment will be on the builds. Oh, big shout out to everybody that helped me get the share drive back up and running. That is now back up and running. We did 5 nice sized tufts of that, or 4. Now it's 5. Tweezers, you don't know, get some. They're useful. Back to the tuna. We are not trying to mold this or anything. We want it just to be even layer around. Again, this is 4 ounces of tuna. That's why we're charging $26. So make sure it's nice and bright, beautiful like this, and like you get all that nice juicy. Again, I only tossed that just so it was incorporated, because I didn't want to beat up the avocado or the actual tuna. Really want those things to, and all that nice juice. This is all the flavor right here. Nak Cham's got ginger, rice wine vinegar, fish sauce, water, garlic. Okay, so you're almost there. So you have garnish. So this garnish is sesame seeds that have pasilla peppers toasted and cracked into it. It's a nice little Benny seed, if you would. This is also our take on it being southern. That's crusted out there. Garnish. These are baby peaches. It's actually an Asian product. Some of you are unable to get it, some are. It's a really delicious. Elizabeth, I would suggest making cocktails with this. I got it in Singapore when I was drinking a highball at one of the restaurants, and we fell in love with them. Watch out, your chefs consume a lot of these because they are sweet, delicious little snacks. So food costs might go up, but that's on them. Watermelon radish, nice and thin. This is also to be stored in water in your rail. So it gives it a nice little peppery bite, as well as a nice crunch, if you would. Awesome, we are almost there. Sorry, I keep hitting this thing with my hat. Next up is the arch. All right, so that's gonna go to the side. And you have these sesame or Beni seed crusted rice papers. They are taken out of here, fried, and then they become this puffy cracker. That puffy cracker, right as it comes out, is then seasoned with this. It's a huge round. So what you do is you get it in about pieces just smaller than your hand. And it's, again, be an artist with it. It's kind of be a haphazard, if you would. This is way more than enough. And you get them down to smaller sizes, chip sizes, if you would. All right, here we go. Almost there. All right, so you have your underline, plate on top of it, and then I would say, depending on the size of the crack, anywhere from 4 to 6 crackers. And don't be shy, let it be nice and haphazardly, but this should be a nice light appetizer for our menu. Thanks so much. Cheers.